That morning, Mr. Anderson woke up early and in good mood. It was his 70th birthday. He had a quick breakfast and started getting ready. The man was afraid to miss the train. He had planned this trip for a long time. He wanted to visit his daughter Jessica, who lived in a neighboring state. He wanted to surprise his daughter's family, so he didn't tell them about his visit beforehand. He had only been to her house once, so he was a little afraid of getting lost. As the old man got on the train, memories started flooding back. Leslie Anderson's life was not easy. His parents were poor, so he had to work on a farm. Then he met Rose and spent with her 40 happy years. They could not have children for a long time, but fortunately, when they were over 40 years old, Rose became pregnant. They had a beautiful daughter, Jessica. A couple years later, they adopted a girl named Julia. Mr. Anderson knew her parents, who died in a car accident, so he decided to adopt their 3-year-old baby. And although the girls were very different in temperament, they became real sisters. As they grew older, they moved to different states and started families of their own. Their children rarely saw Leslie and Rose because their parents were too busy. Julia sometimes visited them, but Jessica did not come to the farm after their mother had died. Since then, 5 years had passed, so Mr. Anderson decided to go himself to visit his daughter. Arriving at his destination, Mr. Anderson quickly found the right house. The curtains were drawn, which meant that the inhabitants of the house were still asleep. The old man hesitated a little, but rang on the doorbell. Soon Jessica opened the door. "Who are you and what do you want?" she asked with a yawn. Mr. Anderson was surprised at his daughter's words. "What do you mean? It's me, your father," he replied. "Dad, why didn't you say you were coming?" the woman asked. "I missed you very much and decided to surprise you," the old man answered. "I want to see my grandson. I brought you gifts. The fact is that my son is still sleeping and my husband is at work. Let's do it another time. I'll call you." Jessica answered and put a $100 bill into her father's shirt pocket. "And this is for your way back." The old man was dumbfounded by this reception. He took out the money and wanted to return it back, but Jessica had already closed the door. Mr. Anderson began to cry. He did not expect that this would be done to him on the day of his 70th birthday. He crumpled the banknote, threw it away, turned around and left. On the train home, he was crying and thinking what he had done wrong in his life. What mistake had he made in raising his daughter? Walking from the station to his house, he knew that this day he would have to spend alone. A few days ago, Julia called him and told that she and her husband would be very busy at work and wouldn't be able to come. However, as he approached the house, he saw Julia's car parked nearby and her sons playing on the lawn. Then the door opened and his youngest daughter appeared on the threshold with balloons in her hands. "Happy birthday, Dad!" she shouted. Tears welled up in the old man's eyes. "Honey, you've arrived. What about your job?" he asked Julia. "Don't worry, we have come to celebrate your birthday," the girl answered and invited everyone to the table to have a festive dinner. When the day came to an end and it was time to say goodbye, Mr. Anderson hugged the girl and said, "I love you with all my heart. Even though we adopted you," Julia smiled and replied, "I know, Dad. I love you too."